Hey y'all, Mikey from Rockin' K, and there's Rachel sitting with me. We're gearing up to do a coffee with the K's. It's been a little while, and it'll be the first one of this year. So, if you stay tuned, you're gonna find out what's going on, where we're going, what we're doing, and yeah, so stay tuned. Hey, so welcome back. Happy New Year. Hope 2024 is treating you well. Yep. This is the first coffee with the K's of 2024.
We apologize.
Yep. It's been a busy year, and between fighting like a weird cold thing and stuff, so we've been under the weather, and we got a lot of things going on.
And the weather's been on us.
So we apologize for not having content out earlier this year. But on that note, we have been putting out content, just really haven't done a coffee with the K's because we've been going in different directions and things have been really crazy to include, on our Sundays. So, but here we are. We did purchase new microphones.
Yeah.
You can see we don't have them yet. I was just in a customer chat with a online retailer that sold me them, and they're saying it's stuck in the system somewhere. Hopefully they get them out to us. It was showing in stock, and I ordered them 15 days ago. I did end up going with DJI. After reading all the reviews and looking at everything, it just seemed the DJI fit us a little better.
It was definitely a hard decision.
It was very hard between Rode microphones and
the DJI.
Yeah. It was because price point, they're really, really close. Just couldn't figure out which one we really wanted, but then when we looked at reviews and what
the capabilities,
the features and stuff, it just looked like DJI fit us a little better. Yeah. We'll know when they show up.
Yes.
Whether they were a good fit or not. Hopefully they are a good fit.
The good thing is, here in Europe, we have 2 years. If in those 2 years we have issues, we can send them back for our money back.
Yep.
With no questions asked. So in that regard, even if they're not what we need, we do have that safety net, because they were not cheap.
Yeah, they weren't. They're pricey. They're proud of them, and hopefully they live up to their yeah, we're laughing because the cat is actually looking at the phone that we're recording on, and I'm worried he's going to pop out
Put
in front
his
of
nose
it.
in there.
So anyway, we're hoping it improves our content and everything like that, and that it really fits our needs. We were busy yesterday, as you saw. We put it up right away. We have actually been doing other things behind the scenes as well. I have still been working on the renovation, and I have been filming footage. I want to put some of it together and put that out later on in this week. We've been working on terminating fresh water, removing pipes, and things that are all in our way. I am filming the footage. I just have not sat down to edit it because
it's pieces and parts.
We're having
make a whole story.
We're also having issues using the video editing software I'm using.
That too.
And it's not user error that I believe. It's just I don't think it's a good software to use. I'm getting a lot of wait time in processing and such, and it's definitely not my computer. My computer is definitely up to the task. There are times when it works seamless, and there's other times that it does not.
Yeah.
So I'm working new editing options so that we can put out better content for you guys. But as you saw,
and easier for him. 'Cause
easier
he
for
gets
me.
really
I get really
frustrated.
frustrated. I post-processed the video from yesterday 3 separate times because it wasn't letting me add audio in the first process. So I processed it to then add audio, and in that process, I ended up losing a little bit of the footage on the process somehow. So I had to add footage back to reprocess it. So it was aggravating, to say the least. But I got it done and I got it out to you guys, and hopefully it was good enough content, quality wise. But like I said, we were out there yesterday in the cold because the field is frozen. We got one of the apple trees out of the way, cleaned up some of the branches from all the other apple trees that have fallen. And our plan is to head on out tomorrow, because although it is American holiday, it is not a German holiday. Right. So we're able to get out and actually do more work out on the homestead here and try to eliminate the other trees, as well as do some other oddball nickel dime parts of our projects that we'll film, and they'll end up all compiled, and there'll be more content. I've been cutting firewood a couple times a week. I'm trying to take it the whole one bite at a time and spend an hour or 2 each day to get all of this year's firewood processed and in the wood barn, so that I don't have to mess with it anymore. Plus, this coming year's haul of firewood is coming up. So I need to have the outside area where we're going to stack it ready, so that we have a place to put it when we pull it from the forest. Right. So it's kind of twofold. I need it for heat because it is dry enough. We did have the inspector here to go over the heating install. The state inspector was here. Everything is good. Yep. The stove passed its emissions test as well. So we're good for 2 years on the emissions test. He was really impressed with the quality of the install. So that is a bonus. I did spend a lot of time doing that install, and there's still some little things that I need to fix, but I gotta wait till I have that room closed in, because some of the wiring has to go up and over and down the other side of the room, and there's really nothing there to attach it to. So one is the stove power itself, the little power cable that powers the stove. I need to get it up and over, and then there's the temperature sensor for the hot water storage tank that talks to the oven as well, that needs to come up over on the same route. So that's delayed until I can build that room, and that's coming as well. That's the thing is, Mama says I'm OCD, and we're both a little OCD, but we're also both
very
ADHD. So it's a weird mix of of trying to get a task perfect, but losing interest in doing the task and moving on to something else. So we all deal with this in some form or fashion, but we're getting there. We're chipping away at every little thing that we're doing. We did get the steel fence posts.
Yep, they arrived. I just can't drive
so
them
we ordered,
because the ground's frozen.
We ordered T-posts, and if you've built a fence before, you know exactly what T-posts are.
Yeah.
They're the metal posts that you drive into the ground that holds fence up. So we have a bundle of T-posts to fix certain areas on the property where the fence is open, so that we're 100% all the way around the perimeter of the property. This way, if we turn the dogs loose in the field, we don't have to worry about them being able to come out anywhere but right here at the head of the driveway.
Well, and we're also prepping for the steer that comes in the spring.
That's another whole story.
But the T-posts are currently our field. We've used wooden posts with cattle wire, the square mesh cattle wire. But where this section is, we can't drive the wooden posts. So it's going to be easier to secure it with the T-posts and just wire.
The issue is where we're talking about is not a perfect straight run. We kind of have to come out around an obstacle, and so we'll get that squared away and have a 100% perimeter in place for, well, it would be a 95% because of course the area by the driveway being open. That's something that we're going to try to remedy in the summertime. We're looking at gate options to go across the driveway. This way we are 100%. This way I can just open the back door and the dogs can run out, and I don't have to watch them. I can let them run and they can do their thing and have fun, and they can actually spend summertime outside a lot and, you know, get that exercise, because the old man is a lot better. I notice in the mornings he's you know, just like an old Buick, got to warm him up, and then through the day he acts more and more like a puppy the more he moves around. So once spring hits, I want to be able to open it up, let him run, let him do his thing, because I really think it's a lot better for him. So
he's living his best life.
we have been working elsewhere on Friday nights right now, because we're coming into Carnival or Fasching, depending upon where you're from. Of course, in South America and in Southern America, United States,
it's called Mardi Gras.
It's called Mardi Gras or Carnival, and it's the same here. It's the same type of
it's
event.
that week before Lent where you can be evil, because Fat Tuesday is the last time you're, you know, they don't drink, they go on diets, for that whole season of Lent they actually
they give up things that are very meaningful to them for Lent, versus, you know, some people, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a religious person per se. I do go to church here and there, but some people make a almost an empty gesture and say, oh, I won't eat chocolate for Lent or something like that. These guys here, as you know, there's a lot of church holidays. You don't work on Sundays, stuff like that. They give up stuff that's like really meaningful to them. And
they do it for the whole time.
For all of Lent.
And it's like,
I'm impressed.
Oh yeah, like the one person we know, he likes to drink adult beverages. He literally gives it up for 2 solid months, and I'm just like, wow. I mean, for me, the self-control to be able to do that, and he's not really a church-going person either. He goes when he's required to, and he's a younger person. So for me to have that kind of commitment it's amazing.
Yeah,
you know, it's very
impressive.
admirable.
It is impressive.
Yeah.
So
we've been working on
we've been working on our parade float.
Yeah.
And of course there'll be footage of the parade and everything like that. We are not going to put up any footage of the float build. We might put up
a secret. You're supposed to keep it a secret.
We might put up pictures of the build, of us doing the build.
As long as you can't see what it is.
No. I mean, when it comes time for...
Oh, yeah.
We'll put up a video of when we do the parade, and we'll put up photos, probably a montage of us doing the build on the float, and so that we can share it with you guys. We are looking at a bunch of new projects coming online to fit in with our OCD, ADHD thing, because we do better when we're able to pivot on projects. When frustration hits and stuff, you can pivot to another project. So we have other stuff coming up. We got tree work tomorrow that we're going to be taking on. We got some other little things along the homestead that we'll be taking on tomorrow. But we do have the heating room to build next door that I've been talking about. So we get that heating area all enclosed. I think it's going to make it more efficient, because then the room temperature that the heater exists in isn't like at present. Thankfully, because it's inside, it stays just above freezing. Because there is a freshwater line that runs in there, and thankfully it stays just above freezing, even though it's -3 or 4 degrees Celsius outside in the moment. It still stays. I think I've seen like 3 degrees Celsius in the room.
Some of the things he's going to be working on is the fresh water and the heat water in the renovation.
Right. That's what I've been working on. Like we said earlier, I've been working on doing terminations of heating, preparing for new heating, and all that.
We're still waiting on the supplies. They're ordered. They're just not delivered.
We're actually, and it's not a bad thing that they're not here, because we're sitting in this time zone right now where we have a hard freeze outside and the ground is frozen. Hence, that's why we're driving the tractor all over the field and doing the tree work, because the ground is hard frozen and the tractor doesn't sink in the earth. While when you just make one pass to like cut hay and stuff, it's not a problem. But if you're driving back and forth in the same area, it's just like driving anything back and forth, or even walking back and forth across the lawn. You end up wearing a path and getting down to dirt and mud. And so we're utilizing the hard freeze to our benefit to do all the trees, but it pauses our work because out front we have to dig down to the sewer line, the canal line out in the front. And thankfully, our leg of the line is actually in our property. So once we open it, it can stay open while we do all the work, and it's not a big issue. But right now the earth is hard frozen, and it wouldn't be smart to open it and leave it open in freezing conditions, because then your sewer line will start freezing itself, and that's not good, because then you get to back up in the house and all that. So long story short, the renovation work is still going on. It's going on behind the scenes. It's not going full bore because we're in a hard freeze.
Yeah, we're constricted.
And we're going to start doing the laying of the freshwater pipes and stuff, as well as the outgoing water pipes, the sewer and canal work up to the wall in the bathroom. And
then we have to stop.
So, but that's going to let us start closing floor up and everything, and we'll be making headway. But that's coming, and you'll see it in coming installments.
And we've also had we've discussed doing things like adding things into those rooms that were already down to the earth, and then so when you're on the verge of, well, let's see, can we pivot this way? Well, that'll add more time onto the renovation, So that was
the project is become a monster, and I said it earlier, where it's evolved from fixing water and sewer lines to a total renovation of that laundry room area that's just no longer a laundry room. It's going to be a mud room, an entry room.
Yeah.
And we were putting in a shower. Now we're not putting in a shower downstairs.
We weren't going to put in floor heating. Now we are putting in floor heating.
And now we're putting a shower room upstairs. We're doing a whole bathroom upstairs. So
it's the typical, long run. It would be better if we do this. But when we immediately started it, we hadn't thought about it. And then as we're using the rooms, or we're looking at the rooms and we're thinking farther out.
Well, hey, it'd be a good idea to do this. Hey, a good idea. So we're there, and we're in the 90%.
Yeah.
We're in the 90%. But so it's a big evolution of the project, and you'll see the project has become really big. We are going to start doing the setup and the measurements and everything upstairs for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we're able to string the fresh water lines upstairs, that project goes at the same time. What we're going to try to do is get all the floor work done so that we can, have a place to come and go inside in the house. So the concentration will be there, and then we're going to pivot, and the concentration is going to be more to establishing the bathroom upstairs and everything, because we lived our lives kind of split, because our main bathroom was the bathroom that's down there.
There's no bathroom upstairs.
So it's kind of, you shower, but then you'd have to go all the way upstairs to get your clothes, or you bring your clothes down, and it ended up that we'd have clothes in the laundry, because it was more convenient to have them there than to have them put away upstairs, because you're traveling through the house, and all of this ends up, our bathroom ends up near our bedroom, where we can actually shower, go to the bedroom, get all dressed and everything, and go about our day. So it's going to make our house a little more organized and a little more make a little more sense. So yeah, it's a big ball.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that. But there are new projects coming online along with this project.
Plus we have other not outside commitments.
Yes.
We have a friend that needs. She ended up taking out a deck, and it ended up causing a huge hole. And
Well,
we're
and
gonna-
just a long story short,
we got to fill the hole for her.
we're going to help her fill the hole
Yeah.
because this way it makes her property a little safer and she doesn't have to worry about anything.
And it's
you know,
dirt on another
Yeah.
property that has to be moved anyhow.
right, because there's a lot of dirt on another one of our. We have other property here that has big pile of dirt that
it's
needs
gotta
to be
go.
moved. So
Yeah.
we're going to move that dirt from our property to her
hers.
property, but in the process, it's going to be like a load of dirt is coming here to this property to go out back, like we were talking about in the other
And then a
video,
load of dirt
and then a
has
load
to
of
go-
dirt's going to
yeah.
go to her property. So we're going to kind of go back and bounce back and forth, and that's going to take us off the property here and away from
Yes.
the projects that are
Yeah.
currently going. We'll probably video some of that along the way too, because it's going to be an adventure, and that's
And
why
it's going to be a lot of work.
and that's why we named this channel Rockin' K Adventures, because nothing is
Easy.
or normal here. It's always an adventure. So
Well,
stick
I
with
mean,
us. Stick with us.
It would
You're
probably
gonna
be
see a
better
lot.
if we made up our mind and stuck with what we made up our minds with, but we always change our plans.
But we're going to get on that channel business really quick. We are kind of rambling, so we want to keep this short for you guys. We are at 276 subscribers. Our subscriber growth kind of stalled a little bit,
Yeah.
and that's through probably our fault a little bit, because we haven't been consistent with the production of content, because the holidays and everything really had us all going
All
in
over
10
the
different
place.
directions. Now we're back on schedule, and so we're expecting a little more channel growth. So we are sitting at 276 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you. If you're not
Yes.
subscribed, please click that subscribe.
We do appreciate all our subscribers very, very much.
Yes, we are getting the views. We are at 25,000 views. While more aged and established channels get that in a day or so, we're a brand new channel still. We do have we're nearing 1.4 thousand watch hours. We're still a far cry from that 4,000 sweet spot, but we'll get there. This is a hobby for us, and we have fun doing it.
Yeah.
We enjoy sharing it with you. Your views, your view counts, your subscriptions, your comments, they all encourage us to keep going and making the content. And
With each new subscriber, every one of you that is a subscriber, trust me, when you hit that subscribe button, we get giddy. You know, like we'll text each other, "Oh, we got a new subscriber." It's for us. It's kind of like everyday Christmas.
well, yeah,
You know, every time we have
it
a new
encourages us.
subscriber, it's like opening a Christmas present. It's actually a lot of gratification. So thank you for subscribing, because you've brought a lot of joy.
And yeah, we're here. We're in it for you guys. We enjoy making the content. We enjoy putting this stuff out there. We enjoy helping others, because we get a lot of help from YouTube as well. We're the new projects. We're wanting to do new projects. So where do we start? We Google it.
Google
and guess where it
University.
sends us?
YouTube University.
YouTube University.
Yeah.
We go to YouTube. We watch 10 videos on a project, and
Matter of fact, today we were just YouTube University for
we have
an idea we want to do.
for out front here in the
Yeah.
property, in the whole redoing the front. We were coming up with ideas for out there.
And then we have an idea for in the basement, and we
Yep.
came up with ideas for that.
So,
Yeah.
you know, that's why we're here. We're here to provide the know-how, the how we're doing it, and what might work for you, what works for us. That's why we're here. So please click the like, subscribe, all that nonsense, because it keeps us going and it helps us make more content, because you know we actually see that there's value in what we're doing. But
When he finds a program that's going to be more user friendly for editing as well, because it causes a lot of problems. I know he's been trying to teach me to edit, and when I run into the issues, because I am not tech savvy, I'm just like, that's it, I'm done. Where he'll sit and persevere through it, I don't. I'm like,
Yep.
It ain't working, I'm done.
But we've been rambling, and I don't know how long we've been on, but we've been on for a minute. So,
Well, I would hope so.
yeah. You know my motto. If you're thinking about family, if you're thinking about friends, give them the WhatsApp or the WhatsApp. You know you'd like to hear from somebody too. And until the next one, auf Wiedersehen.
Tschüss.